topic. I know you always come with the goods, so happy to have you grace us today. All right, let's see. Janet, you're welcome. Judith, you're welcome. Nancy, you're welcome. Sister Therese, you're welcome all the way from Germany. Thank you for making it today. Welcome, welcome. Welcome once again. Sorry, I was trying to catch up on again. Oh, our Queen Yvonne is right here on time. We are almost at the top of the hour. Okay. Let me not be speaking in the background without my image. I haven't updated it yet, but I am going to do so right now. Hello, welcome. Queen Yvonne, you're welcome, my dear queen and sister.
Thank you, my dear. How are you doing?
I am wonderful and fabulous today.
I see you're wearing a very fabulous, colorful outfit there.
Oh yes. It's a day to celebrate. It's a day to rejoice.
Absolutely. Greetings, everyone. I see Pastor Paul up there smiling and so on and so forth. Everyone. Dr. Nadu has just entered. I'll admit her, okay?
Yes. All right, awesome.
Yes.
Welcome, Sister Yvonne. How are you doing?
I'm very well, sir. It's good to see you after all these many years.
Happy Sunday.
Thank you. You as well.
You are welcome, Dr. Nadu. Happy Sunday, Queen.
Yes.
Hello, Sister Kanla.
Yes, your image is very large. Very large, Sister Kanla. Okay, there you go. That's better.
I was standing up, yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me switch my background before we get almost 2 minutes before Dr. Derek will begin the
okay.
The live. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Pastor Paul.
Hey, good evening, ma. Good morning to you.
Yes. It's the afternoon, yeah.
Afternoon, okay. How are you doing, ma?
Doing great.
How
But you
was the
have the
service
grace.
today?
We have the grace of God. So
Yes.
yeah.
Well done, ma.
Good,
Welcome.
good, good. Yeah. Queen Yvonne.
Greetings, Queen Dr. Natalie.
Greetings,
How are you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing fabulous.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
So we have our Queen
Sister
Dr.
Carla.
Yes.
Okay,
I
go
was
ahead.
about to say we have our Queen Dr.
Congratulations.
Patience and
That's changing your background.
Yes.
Hello.
I'm doing it right now.
Maybe the YouTube has already started. Did anybody check?
I am on it right now.
I think it's already started. We're going to top of the hour. They'll be counting down soon, I think. I like to dance to that music, you guys know.
It's about beginning now.
Yes. All right, sorry guys, I've not changed my background. So that I'm on my phone. Let me show my face before I get to hills, mountains. And I said we still have another 10 hours so drive to go. And trusting God to take us back home safely and to God and out there. And let's keep praying for the family that lost their father. Let's pray that God will comfort them. It's happening to lose his father. Yes, I want to say happy Sunday. We are in December. People, oh my goodness. I know for those that shopping and do all those things for Christmas, please do not get depression. Remember, Christ came to bless us. Don't stress yourself. What we can do, we do what God has provided according to His will, and we know that He loves us regardless. I just want to put that shout out because it's a crazy season. But I'm praying that nothing missing, nothing broken, all of us will enter 2026 triumphantly. We will not have any missing family member. Let's all of us work towards getting into 2026 and see what God will have for us. But I'm so happy that we have our speaker today for Support 360-degree. But Queen Carla, I don't know. I did not send you the I don't know, you have our new Init version song with you or not?
No, I don't have it.
Oh God, have mercy. So it looks like today we will not start
Is
with that.
Dr. D is not able to play it?
Yeah, because Dr. D is in to stream, but you know Dr. D has some classes going on Sundays.
Correct.
Just give me a second, but if not, today might be an extra day without us saying it. And we know we always try to get ourselves calmed down by playing our In It to Win It song. Sorry, I am on the road and I forgot to share the song, the latest version that we had, showing all what you guys have done as Dream Team. Not only to take us through the journey, but to educate us. And what we've been doing for over the last 1 year, we have been doing a lot of education from financial to health to business. I mean, total package. So if that's the only thing I can come here every Sunday and learn for myself, I will do it. And please, we are not wasting our time. I know we came here because of the box, but we develop into something else. And people are reaching out to me saying that we have learned a lot from this platform. Don't be discouraged, presenters. Please, people are learning. If that is the only thing we can give back to society, let's keep doing it. I know I'm saying this because don't be discouraged. We come here every Sunday. We are learning. Learn. And this topic that is going to be today is another learning topic. If not for our mind, because our mind is very powerful. We've heard that presentation. Queen Yvonne said it so many times. Say our mind, we know if our mind could be very tricky. But if we can take that cluttered thoughts out and get our mind sharp, trust me, things will be different. Even just to be happy is a good thing. So let's keep trusting, let's keep believing, let's keep pushing along but let's keep teaching ourselves and learning. So without further ado, sorry, it looks like we're not going to play our In It to Win It songs today. I don't know whether who is the one doing the mindset. It looks like it will be my sister that would step in as always. But I'll pass it over to our moderator today, Queen Kanla. I don't know if Queen Irene is in, but
Sister,
I'm here. I'm
Sister
just
Patience, I sent you a message in your private. Yes, please look at it.
Okay, my dear. Sorry.
It's okay.
When I'm on my phone, it's a little bit.
Yeah, I know it's challenging, but you're okay. You can learn. You're brilliant. We know you can figure that out. No
Okay.
problem.
All right, so sis, not yet. So, yeah. You might be
Okay, all
stepping in.
right. No
Yeah.
problem. No
Okay.
problem.
So,
Yeah.
Queen Kanla, over to you. We're in it to win it. That
Amen.
slogan work in everything. That slogan, in it to win it, means everything that we're going to do, we have to trust that we're going to win. Okay? So even if
Yes.
we are here to win for ourselves, I know people that have called me and said, I've gone out to do checkup. I know the right question to ask because of this presentation.
Yeah.
I am now trying to do budgeting. Oh, now I can protect myself. Oh, now I can do two-step verification to protect my WhatsApp group. That's
Yeah.
winning, people.
Yes, it
That's
is.
winning. So when we keep playing in it to win it, we're saying that everything in life that we're doing it to win. And education is one of them. The Bible says what my children died because of what? Lack of knowledge.
Yes.
Lack of knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Besides,
Knowledge is
we're all
power.
winners, sister, because God made us overcomers, right?
Correct.
Amen.
We're all winners. So without wasting time, I know you did not come to hear me yap. I've yapped the 5 minutes that we're supposed to have played the In It to Win It song. And thank God I'm still in the valley so I can even get reception. As I've been getting towards the hills, I might be dropping out, but I'll try to be on. I'll pass it over to Queen Kanla. Take it over, my dear sister.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
What an excited way to lead us into the webinar today. Oh my goodness. Is
Yes.
everybody or anybody excited? Oh
Yes,
my God.
yes,
Dr.
yes.
P, you just wowed all of us who are here present right now. And I know the number is going to grow. So far, we are 18 and counting. So thank you always for this wonderful, beautiful, powerful platform you have shared with all of us. And I use the
Indeed.
word shared with us because
Indeed.
you willingly, you and Dr. John did that for all of us. And so we will forever be grateful for this platform that has given us so much in this number of years. You talked about education. You talked about the mindset. You talked about the different things we have all learned. We have all participated. Talking about DEI, diversity, inclusion, as Queen Yvonne, your mindset, powerful mindset, from Queen Lerato, the mindset, and all the different presenters, Dr. Derek, Dr. John, financial analysis, everyone that has contributed.
Yes, indeed.
We are still standing tall and strong because of all of this. And so, yes, I add my voice to the point that we are standing strong and tall. We keep on marching onward, forward, and we continue to do those things that we are already doing because we are all learning and benefiting from it. So no one should be discouraged, not at all. Now is not the time, and don't give up because there is still light at the end of the tunnel.
I agree,
so welcome again. Welcome for those who are joining us now after we had said welcome, but I'll also add welcome to our family on YouTube. We are on live. Thank you, Dr. Derek, for the fabulous job you always do. We are live, and so we want to say welcome to all our viewers on YouTube. Now, as we are about to begin the full webinar agenda or presentation for the day, if you were not here with us because Dr. P is on the road, we are not able to play our signature tune. So bear with us. Next week, we will be able to get that right. And so that leads us to go straight into our mindset for today. And again, we will be straight forward as quick as we can do it, and we
Sister
will be
Carla,
out. And when I say straightforward and quick, you all know who I am referring to. None other than our queen sister who is here gracing us with her beautiful smile, looking so elegant. Please, Queen Yvonne, take it over for
Okay, thank you, Queen Carla, and thank you everyone for coming to Dream Team as usual. We really appreciate that. So let's just get right into it. We just want to thank God, as always, for the many blessings and for providing us with this day. We give him thanks as always. So today we want to talk about progress. What's holding up your progress? The purpose that lifts you, not limits you. So today we begin with a simple question, but it has a twist. When I say what's holding up your progress, I know that most of you are going to think obstacles, delays, frustration, setbacks, people who let you down, and all the other external challenges. But that's not what I mean today. But today I want us to shift how we hear that phrase. What's holding up your progress? I am not asking what is holding back your progress. I'm asking what is holding it up. What is supporting it, lifting it up, stabilizing it, shoring it up, and strengthening it up? That's what I'm talking about today, because sometimes the reason the progress feels slow is not because you are stuck. Hello? Hello? Queen Carla?
Yes,
Did I
yes, I
lose
took care
everybody
of
here?
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Because, all right, but because God is, sometimes the reason progress feels slow is not because you are stuck, but because God is reinforcing your foundation. So you are being held up, not held back. So this mindset shift changes everything. So the question then is this: is your progress grounded in purpose or merely driven by activity? Because unfocused activity can exhaust you, but purpose, deep-rooted purpose, purpose that holds you up, it upholds you. When your progress is rooted in purpose, three things happen. You build from the inside out. You grow in alignment, not confusion. You move forward with stability, not anxiety. So today I want us to uncover what is truly holding you up. And of course, I have an acronym, and it's UPLIFT. UPLIFT, the 6 supports of purpose-driven progress. The U in the word is understanding your why, as usual. And your why is not a slogan. It is your internal compass. It's what drives you on. It is the thing that pulls you forward when motivation cannot push you anymore. A grounded why survives bad days. It strengthens weak seasons, and it speaks louder than fear. When your why is shallow, though, your progress is shaky. But when your why is deep, everything you build stands taller. P, principles and values. Purpose is not only a destination, it is also a direction. Values give that direction structure. If your actions contradict your values, your progress will collapse under pressure. But when values and actions match, you gain integrity, you gain clarity, and internal peace. So alignment then is a form of stability. And the L in the word uplift is the long view resilience. Progress is not linear. It is layered season after season as you build up. Resilience is the ability to say, this setback is not the end of me. It is strengthening the foundation beneath me. And sometimes life slows down your surface movement because your roots are growing. Resilience is the commitment to stay planted long enough for those roots to take hold. The I in the word is intentional goals. Purpose sets direction, and goals create structure. Clear, measurable goals are the support beams of progress. Every goal achieved becomes a foundational stone, reinforcing your next step. Your progress is held up by the clarity that you create. And the F in the word is faithful consistency. Consistency builds confidence. We often celebrate intensity, big outburst of effort, but it's the consistency, the small actions that builds identity. Consistency says, even when I don't see immediate results, I will keep showing up. Purposeful consistency becomes momentum, and momentum becomes mastery. The trust, T, trust in the process. This is the hardest one for us, though, because many people move with purpose, but panic is also during that process, and they want to give up. But hear this clearly, a delay is not a denial. Sometimes it is a divine reinforcement. You are being held up, not held back. Trust that every pause may be preparing the ground beneath you. In Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you." These are not random plans. These are plans from the Creator God, who knows everything. They're not reactive plans. They're plans with purpose. They're plans that uphold your progress. So pulling it together in the uplift framework, when someone asks you, why isn't your progress moving faster? You can confidently say, because my foundation is being fortified. I'm not being delayed. I'm being developed. I'm not being held back. I'm being held up. Purpose does not rush. You're not racing against anybody else. Purpose builds. And when your progress is grounded in purpose, it becomes meaningful, sustainable, and strong enough to carry you and others. So in conclusion, this is the mindset reset. Today, I ask us to consider this new way to view your progress. Don't only measure progress by movement. Measure it by what's holding you up, your support. Ask yourself regularly, what is strengthening my foundation? Where is my purpose guiding me? What values are anchoring my steps? What resilience have I developed? What goals are shaping my path? Where do I need to trust the process more deeply? Because when you understand what is holding you up, you will stop fearing slow seasons and start appreciating strong foundations. And once your foundation is secure, there's no limit to how high you can rise. At this point, I'd like to remind us of the Chinese bamboo tree story, which is a parable about patience and persistence, illustrating that visible success often follows long period of unseen growth. Just like the bamboo tree that takes 4 to 5 years of consistent watering to sprout, and then shoots up 90 feet in 6 weeks as this massive root system finally supports it. It teaches us that setbacks are building inner strength, roots, for future explosive growth, and giving up too soon means missing the breakthrough. Thanks for listening. That's it. Short and short. Thank you, Queen Kyla. Thank you, everyone.
On behalf of everyone present who is not able to join me in applauding, that was for you. Wonderful, great, powerful, inspirational mindset, Queen Yvonne, as usual.
Thank you.
Simple, understandable, relatable. I don't need to summarize, so I'm just going to let it be.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
For everyone to internalize it. And what I'm going to do instead is we are going to allow a few minutes for everyone present here if you have something to say about the mindset before we move on to the guest of the day. Because, I mean, truly, I am sure all of us have something that we can relate to based off of this mindset. I know I do have one, but I will want to wait and hear from, I mean, our brothers and sisters, kings and queens that are here present. So I will leave it open. You can raise your hand, please, or you can type a comment in the chat and we will read it out for you. We want to hear your feedback on this brilliant, inspirational mindset from our Queen Sister Yvonne.
Thank you, sister. There's nothing on the chat, and I'm going to step away for a minute or so. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right.
Thank
then.
you.
Okay, any leaders to contribute to the mindset for today? Okay.
Let me unmute.
Oh, yes.
Sister Yvonne, great as usual. Great word of encouragement, especially when you are part of this group and you know what's going on, how we waited, and now there's another dimension to the wait.
Yes.
There's got to be something that we're holding on to. There's got to be something that our progress is hooked on.
Yes.
And resilience, like you said, should be one of the words.
Yeah.
It's easy to say, you know what, I'm going to, cut my losses and run. And you have the right to do that.
Yes.
But there's also a mindset that says, you know what, I started this, I'm going to conclude it.
Absolutely.
And we just go on, step by step, day by day, believing God that, like you said, it ain't over until it's over.
Yes. Thank you, my brother. That's my intention.
Really,
yes.
My focus, that our progress, whatever you're doing. So let's live unpassive and go to our life. There are things that will work out, things that won't work out.
Yes.
But even those that won't work out, you're not giving up.
No.
You keep pressing in, keep believing God, keep doing the best, knowing that what you can do, God can do.
Yes.
And so you put in your best and let God meet that part that you can do. So it's very essential to always remind ourselves that giving up is not an option.
No.
And that progress that we have ahead of us, that success that we're looking up to in every area of our life, we can make progress. Even if it's slightly, on a daily, on an hourly basis, if we do not give up. So again, thank you for that, mindset, to not give up.
Thank you, my brother.
But to look up,
yes,
and continue to just believe God, for the best is yet to come. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you.
Wow, brilliantly said. And then maybe, that is some part of what I wanted to say. I can just add in a way to summarize it. You talked about trust, right?
Yes.
And delay is not denial.
Exactly.
Delay is not denial.
Yes. Yeah, it's not.
We know our purpose and we continue forging forward.
Yes.
It has not been denied.
Absolutely.
The worst thing
you can do is build this fabulous business or whatever you want, but it's not foundationed. It's not shored up properly. And then what happens? You let yourself and others down. That's the danger of that. Correct. So build on a strong foundation, and you're not racing with anybody else. Your purpose is your purpose.
Correct.
Make your own progress. And as I said, the Lord has good plans for us, and He told us that. But it's not the same for everyone, right?
No.
Exactly. So thank you, everyone, again. Thank you, Queen Carla and Brother Shaggy.
Wow, that was brilliantly said, mindset for today. So thank you once again, Queen Yvonne. All right, if we do not have any more contributions, we can move forward, but please, if you do have, or if you're not able to say something right now, you can still put it in the chat, or you can still raise your hand by the time we come back after our guest presenter for the day. So please do not hold yourself back. And likewise for our family on YouTube, if you have anything to say, please also say it, and I will try to read over there and see if I can read it over here so we all hear what your participation too is. So go ahead if you have a word to say regarding our mindset. All right, thank you once again. And if you are just joining the Dream Team webinar, you are welcome. Welcome, happy Sunday. And we are excited to have you join us once again today. wherever you're joining us from. So thank you, welcome, welcome. We are about to introduce our guest speaker for the afternoon. This is no other person than our brother, our king, our friend, our family, Pastor Paul 360. But guess what? We know that name, right? We are familiar with that name. But today, he does not come as one of us listening. He comes as the guest speaker for the day with an interesting topic that I cannot try to tell you what he's going to talk about, but I am just curious and excited and waiting to hear what he has to say for us, because whenever he does that, we know there is a lot that we can learn from him. I mean, he has been very committed whenever he has to come and share with us his knowledge, his wisdom. And so at this moment, please join me. Let us welcome our brother, Pastor Paul 360 PhD, right? Am I getting that correct right now? And so over to you, Pastor Paul 360.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Thank you.
one moment, maybe for our topic for today. I know some people may read it on the flyers on our back, but maybe let me read it out again for them so they know. Our topic for the day is the new factors of production and the global economic system, you and the boundless opportunities. Oh my goodness. You and the boundless opportunity. Over to you, Pastor Paul.
All right. Good evening from here, Sister Kanla and Sister Yvonne, for the powerful mindset as always. And then the afternoon to those of you in US and Canada, and morning to any other persons joining us from other parts of the world, and evening to my fellow European and other African countries. Yes, I am the one. So the same Pastor Paul 363. I hope I am audible enough. Sakala? All right. So for the sake of emphasis, Dr. Pat made some analysis with respect to this platform earlier. And I want to emphasize again that this forum is going to be live and active continuously, infinitely. Why? It's going to be a resource center, an online resource center, and then individuals can come in every Sunday to get what you need. You know, like Sister Yvonne said, everybody have different times. And God, and our God is the God of time and season. And that is why, as children of God, we don't need to live our life with competition and comparisons, because the time that God has set for Sister Kanla to succeed is different from that of Pastor Shaggy and also to every other different persons. So in view of that, sometimes the topic
recording in progress.
Sometimes based on the prior information we do get during the publicity before the Sunday, we should be able to know the topics and then the areas of interest, so that, and that is how our participation will be. But I bet you, if you are one of those that think that maybe a particular expectations or business is not coming up, and so that is the end. No, that is not the end. We have all been living before we come together, and we have been striving to get something done before we came together. So our journey continues. Life on earth is an adventure. It's a journey. And it's like a market until you complete what you came to buy. And nobody has completed that yet. So in view of that, here is going to be a training room, because every individuals, every leaders, every members have different, coming from different professional background. And as such, they will be given here, they'll be given here. As we continue here, we are going to see some of the reasons why we must continue. So please permit me to share my screen. Today, I am not going to be talking generally, but I am going to be talking from something. So please listen carefully and follow. And I believe we are going to learn a lot. All right. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes. Okay. Yes. It looks, yes.
Yes,
all
Professor.
Right. All right. Oh, Pastor, you have started again. So today, like the topic has rightly put it up for all of us to see, we are going to be looking at the new factors of production and the global economic system, you and the boundless opportunities. Now, if you check very well, you are going to see some key words that I have colored. Instead of underlining, if you check them very well, you see the factors, see the production, see the economic, and then you see the boundless. Now, I think a few days ago, I listened to, there was one comedy, and somebody was saying, okay, let's forget about the comedy. Why is it that when a young man tries to approach a very beautiful young lady, always, what is the first question that lady would always ask the guy? What is the first question? What is the first question? Sister Carla, can you guess?
What do you do for a living?
Hey, clap hands for yourself, clap hands for yourself, clap hands for yourself. Now, what do you do for a living? Why is this young lady want to be very, very sure of what this person is doing for a living? You know, and most times, from the layman perspective, some of those words seem so strange and big. But when you come down and break it down to where with the common phrases, you tend to be understanding quickly. Now, what do you do for a living? When you are hearing what somebody does for a living, or somebody wants the sense of a guarantee that my life is safe, my whatever I need, the basic things I will be needing as a young woman, I will be able to get it from this young fellow that is coming to ask me for, either to get as friends or a future wife or whatever. So you cannot see. That is what is the meaning of that question? Economy. That is economy. So when you hear economy, you hear socio-economic, you hear political economy, so. You might not really, they might look very difficult or very complex to you, but these are exactly what they are looking like. And in life, there is a very big and controlling school of thought that economy is the most important thing in the whole world, which is refer to it as infrastructure. So, which means every other thing that you know revolve around economy. That is one of the powerful schools of thought. But though, you know, critics will always bring a justified opposition to the point that, okay, if economy is the most important as postponed by those Marxism mostly is the school of thought by Karl Marx. I believe that everything answerable with economy, you can take care of everything. But if you watch the direction of the world today, you still see that there are those that are well-to, that have a solid mode of production, solid economy, but they are still doing so many other destructive, using the ideologies of either religion or politics to destroy the source of living of others and themselves. So even to their own life, they wouldn't mind sacrificing their life. So if you look at that, you still follow with the critics that economy is not the ultimate. Every other areas, every other social variables or fact are still as important as economy. But to a pursuing or a poor person or a striving person to get a life better will always fall in line with those with the Marxist view with respect to the social system. Now, the factors. When we talk about factors, we are going to let's look at. Then you look at the productions, you look at the boundless. That means what you can get is endless. The options you have in life as a person that is always coming here to learn for the past 7 years, you have several options. If you can open up or connect your antenna to the information that you get from here on a daily basis. So let's continue. Now, okay, like you can see, you look at the topic here and the details, building our dreams. We're here to build dreams. We're not here to follow one particular business bring up by one person because it might fail, it might end, it might, but if we build our mindset on only one thing, if that thing fails, our mind will fail. Our hope will be affected. Our expectation will be affected. But when we come with a dream that different person comes to tell us, you should be able to what? To champion your course of action, your course of thinking, expectation, hope on different areas. And in that case, if one fails, your life continues. Just like the Bible says that we should cast our bread upon many waters. That is, you cannot see already for over 6,000 years ago, even when the world was, according to the history, the world was even at the Stone Age or whatever, this thing has been there, that you must diversify your thought system in terms of a business expectation, in terms of livelihood. But those up to today, a lot of persons has not still connect to that area. They are just one-way traffic. So when they are going, they are going. But that is not where we are going to. So with this forum, our dreams, definitely you know that our dream differs. But when you come here, you actually get the raw materials, the catalyst that will what? That will shift you, that will make you move closer to your dreams, irrespective of what it is. Now, the factors. We talk about factors. What is this factors? What is the definition of factors? Resources used to produce goods and services. Those are the factors. The production, and we all know what production is all about, bringing things into existence, material things, whether physical or not physical, whether product or services, all of them, bringing it and make it to be useful. That is the production. It must not be only physical materials. It must not be only goods and services. But I mean, it might not be only goods, but services are also part of production. Now, from our basic economics, I believe we all knew, because after all, economics is one of the core subjects, whether you are going for science or you are going for art or you are going for commercial. So a lot of us has understanding from the basic economics that the factors of productions are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. That was what we were taught in what right from the junior secondary and then the senior secondary. So, well, we will know that land, let's look at land. Land is a factor which includes the natural resources used in production, such as the physical land for a factory or farm, as well as what raw materials like oil, minerals, and water and timbers. Today, a lot of countries depends on natural resources that comes from the land. If you look at even our own immediate society called Nigeria, you see that our major exporting product is crude oil. And crude oil is from where? It's from the land. Now, you talk about so many other, even before the discoveries of oil, we have been on the groundnut, cocoa, rubber, and all that. And all of them are products from the land. So you can see how vital is land to production. And that is why, till today, in so many areas, land is something that you dare not drag unnecessarily. If you don't have a genuine ownership, don't go into it, because it is very, very easy for people to kill themselves because of land. You can see the land can be used for so many things. And but today, that was even before, even up till now, but in the olden days, land, people can, you don't dare try anybody with land. Even the source of production, the means of production then was basically agriculture. And this agriculture depends mainly on land. You can see that the wealthy individuals and the entrepreneurs of that time, what does they do? They try as much as possible to have a large family. Large family, that is a polygamous system, many wives and plenty children, so that they will be able to have enough production from the land, because then it is basically subsistence farming. And the more people you have, the more family you have, the more production you are going to have. And the more production you have, the more wealthier you become in your community. So that is what land is, one of the factors of production. So whether agriculture, whether cash crop, whether crude oil, whether even the woods that are being used to build houses, all are gotten from the land. So land is very, very, very important. Then you move to the second one, which is labor. Land does not bring out all those things automatically. Land does not bring agricultural products automatically. A land does not bring out plants automatically. But what else does it require? Labor, human labor, effort put up by people, human effort, both physical and mental, that goes into producing goods and services. Example, the physical work of a contractor or mental work, or even to the programmer or artist. Now, for what, even in the farm, everybody capacities and energy are not the same. Now, and most times it is not only all about your energy. There are other smartness that somebody can use to get more than others. So you cannot look at it. That is why they are talking about both the mental. So that is labor. So human effort is very, very key in production, even in the old factors, which is the labor. So now the third is the capital. Most times you have land, there are labors available, but you don't have capitals. You will not get any product at the end of the day. You cannot harvest. Now, those that are wealthy in communities, they don't go to farms. They don't depend on their family. But what? They depend on what? On jobs, on the external labors. And those laborers, they don't have the land nor the capital to have their own production. So they are always can never listen to you, no matter how genuine is your excuses, that they finish working for you and you did not pay them their money. Even the Bible said it very clearly, that the laborers is worthy of its wages, and you should not allow a time before paying whoever works for you as a laborer. So today, even in cities, even in urban cities, when you are involved in any program, any project, people come before you before you invite people to come and work for you, irrespective of their crafts, you must have the capital, the money handy. If not, sometimes it will lead to fighting and even breaking of your head and all of that. So that is what it means. Capital is very, very important, because those laborers, most of them, they goes out every day to get what they will use for their families, food, and every other basic needs. So when they come, you get the money. So you cannot see that those that have the capitals, they are the what? They are the rich people. They are the wealthy citizens, and they control the population. That is how important. You cannot see that all of them are important with land, and then you can see labors are available everywhere. But without capital, you can't engage the labor. You can't get labor to produce for you from the land that you have acquired, either by acquisition or by inheritance. I hope we are getting what each of them is all about. Then you now look at the fourth one. And the fourth one, originally, entrepreneurship were not a part of the factors of production. But over the years and over time, it was thought as important that with those three factors, it is not complete. And here comes entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is the controller of all the other three. That's why you can see it's a combination of all the other three. It involves the visions, because somebody must sit down. Somebody must be mentally okay. Somebody a visionary. Somebody must have goals. Somebody must have dreams, and that is why we are here. How many of us here now? There was a time that this Zoom room you need to be what? To be increased to 1,000, because 500 were not enough. 100 were not enough. But today we are 20-something here. So why? That is where you can see entrepreneurship, because they are the ones that have the resilience. They are the ones that have the perseverance. They are the ones that have the consistency to push. They must push until something happens. Those are the entrepreneurs. Now they have because they have a confirmed, a well intentional and known visions. They know what they are looking for, and they know where they are going in life. They know what they want to be, and at the same time they have how to achieve those things. Even if the how is not complete, which is the wisdom and knowledge, they are always pushing. They are always following. They are always going here and there to get more information on how to get to that place they want to. Those are the entrepreneurship. At the end of the day, those of them here, they are the ones that will have all. They will have the capital to acquire the land. Then the labor is always available in as much as you have the capital. So they are the reason behind it, because if you are talking about even in the communities, there are people that have vast land, but they don't have the money, don't have the capital, because they are not wise. They don't have good visions. They are goals. They are not passionate, and they don't have enough knowledge to bring those things together to make. Because for you to be successful in life, it is not always hard work, but it is smart work. Because if it is hard work, why is somebody that can dig, that can carry how many bags of cement is there, doing it for years through years? So success in life is not always by hard work or power or energy, but by what? By smartness, your ability to reason ahead of time, ability to plan, ability to view things and always look for how to make it happen before others. That is what gives birth to what? To leaders in life and then you can organize the factors of production. So for you to look at the three factors and always bring them together, you're already at the on this position, entrepreneurship. So now, right from the Stone Age, and also down to hunting and gathering eras, to slavery, down to industrialized society, you can these factors of production has been the order of the day. This world has been moving, has been growing, has been in different phases. There was time that there is nothing like matches that we are having today, but people use a stone to crack stone to get fire, to get light. Now, there are times that people don't wear clothes. There are times that every production depends on only agriculture. Till the land and follow up, produce food, and even the money we have today, there was nothing like money. Then you have you farm rice, I farm yam, I need yam, and you have rice, and I need rice. Sister Kanla is a rice farmer, and I am a yam farmer, and Pastor Shaggy deal with the palm oil. Now we want to eat. I want to eat yam or rice. I have to get from Sister Kanla. I need oil. I need to get from Pastor Shaggy. But then, what do we do? There was nothing like money for me to buy, because the measure of the value of the quantity for a particular amount was not even in existence. So what happened? I need to carry some quantity of yam to Sister Kanla, and carry some quantity of yam to Pastor Shaggy to get oil, and then to get what? Because with oil, I can eat my yam and sleep. So that is what was happening then. That is called trade by barter. But as the world progresses, and these changes was as a result of something, which as we continue, I am going to connect them to why things keep on changing, to make the life conducive for people in their environment. Now, then as times continue, as the world evolves, evolutions, there's what we call evolutions of human history and its environment. Now, as the evolution continues, people will always begin to curious, inquisitive, asking questions. So you see that anybody that is not asking
Okay. Just bear with us. Pastor Paul may have lost connectivity briefly there.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're back.
My internet has thrown me off. Okay.
Yes.
Let me start. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I do see your screen.
Okay, now here we are. Now the new factors of production. Like I was saying, the world was evolving right from the Stone Age to the agrarian age, to the slavery, now then to the capitalist, which is the industrial society, which is what industrial revolutions. Something led to all those changes because people were always asking questions. So if you are here, or you have been coming here, or you are going so many places and you don't ask questions, you can never, it will be very difficult for you to get to the levels of entrepreneurship. So because it is those curiosity and inquisitiveness that will always bring you to that category. If not, you will always remain at the levels of the other three factors of production. And if you see, now in school, basically, a lot of persons, they can only come to the class, listen to lecturers, listen to teachers, and walk away. And when even when the curious student ask questions, they will be boring, they will be angry. This person is asking too much. Like 3 days ago, one of my classmates, undergraduate classmates, I was doing my clearance this week that just ended, and I bounced into one of my undergraduates, and he was trying to clear get a first degree result. Doing clearance for a first degree, and I am also doing clearance for my PhD, and we were in the same class. Then there are even some other ones that are not still done with their first degree result. I mean, a program. Now, what happened? Do you know that even when we are in the class, when the lecturer comes to the class and asks questions, when you are answering those questions, they are angry. And then what the worst is, even that day, she was even telling me that that is what everybody will be saying, Paul is doing too much. Paul will not allow people to go after class. You'll be asking questions, or you'll be answering. And all those things. Do you know that those children, they will never ask? They don't have any answer to give, even when the lecturer asks questions. Then what happened? During the exam or test, they will all be looking for where to copy, to dub from. You cannot see. So it only takes the person that is curious to achieve these levels. And I am telling you that all of you here, that is why you are here. Today, from 6 a.m., I'm already out of my house to church, and then in church 8-hour service before reaching house. If not for this presentation, there is nothing that will make me to be sitting here now. And that is why most times you don't see me in meetings, because when you come back from church very late, for you to even eat, sometimes you will not even eat, to go and rest, because trying to manage sleep in the church, not to sleep because of the time, you reaching house, immediately is to go to bed, sleep. Sometimes before you wake up, the meeting has started, meeting has almost closed. So those are some of the things. But today now, I cannot escape because I am the presenter. I have to manage myself because it is coming home from church now to meetings. So what are we saying? It is what? We're talking about being curious. Now, why do we now have a new factors of production? And that is why we are here. Things have changed. We are not looking for vast lands to farm yam, to farm rice, to farm, because you cannot farm enough to take care of your needs. Now, to like in the olden days, to buy maybe shoe or clothes, you just little money. But today, for you to wear a moderate shoe, not even the expensive one first, you are talking about 100,000 plus. For you to wear, to just walk to a boutique and pick a t-shirt that you can wear casually to anywhere, it's 25,000, 30,000 naira. How much is it? How much is the labor daily? 5,000, 6,000. That one is it's not even the farm one. That one is those that pack concrete and block money tonight inside. Can, and then a plate of food you can eat now, 2,000. For somebody that is doing hard work like that, might even use 3,000 at the spot to eat food. Now, if you eat 3,000 for one meal from your daily job, which one will you take home to your family? So you can see why the old factors of production, there is no more sustainable. And again, the society has evolved. In most times that we are looking at factors of the old factors of production, the world was existing largely on the rural systems. But today, the world has transformed. The society has transformed to urban centers, which we call urbanizations. Urbanization is what makes Sister Kaula now sitting in the US now and now be telling, hey, Pastor Pierre, she'll be speaking through her nose, through her everywhere, because she has now jackpot to US. Through what? Through urbanization. in search of a good life, and she abandoned us here in Africa to our fate. You cannot imagine. So at the end of the day, and some of us here, we also migrated from another rural areas, rural centers. So those urbanizations has changed a lot of things. That is what we call social change. Anybody that is not amenable or receptive to changes will never go far in this modern age. Now, people were, the reason why we have urban centers all over the places that people look for, you're always online, you see Canada always looking for people to come because their population is aging. They are looking for those from the young population. Like in Nigeria, the average age, the young Nigerian age is Nigerian population is a young one. So under 18 has the over about 60-something to 70%. When in some other advanced countries, they don't even have 20% of young people. So they are always welcoming people from different parts of the world, from the third world societies where their population are young population. That is urbanization. And today, the world is changing from the industrial age to what? To scientific age. And that is why the whole factors of production is now changing, because the raw materials that are required, the land, the labor that is required in the old production is not the same again. The capital is not the same again. So all the four factors change because of what? Because of the changing economic system. So what are the new factors now? 1, knowledge. 2, technology. 3, data or network. 4, creativity. So we are now coming to the core of our presentations, because most of us, we are aware of the old factors, and the old factors are not the reason why we have been coming here for the past 7 years. It is because of the new factors that are alien to most of us, but we are struggling to acclimatize or to get ourselves acquainted to the new factors. And that is why you see Sister Edith always coming to sit down during webinars. You see Sister Agnes, you see people 70 years, they'll come with the pain, with the stress, and coming to sit down to listen to Dr. Derek dancing and singing and doing sometimes abracadabra, and to ensure that they get something, because they don't want to be left behind. But while you have some young people out there, they don't even care. Now, knowledge is the first factor for production. Now, let's look at what knowledge is all about. The definitions. Definitions can be multidimensional. It can be diverse, depending on the lens or the perspective you want to look at the knowledge from. But in the real or in the most basic definitions, knowledge is an established fact. It is what? An established fact. Something that people say, this is what it is, either by virtue of a scientific process, or because ideally we are the ages where we are now, the scientific age. The reason why we are migrating, even the industrial society alone, from the agrarian to the industrial revolution, was all the product of what? Product of science. And the science basically is the transformations of knowledge. Transformation of knowledge, because before in the media age, what people have as the knowledge, as the knowledge is what? Is common sense. They use common sense, they use traditional means, they use intuition. Intuition, somebody might like basically religious philosophy use that mainly. They use intuition mainly. Why ordinary people use common sense? Why traditionalists, they have their own means, ways of putting up knowledge. But as time progresses, the world sees that those three sources of knowledge cannot sustain the society again because the population of the world is increasing. And that was why somebody like Augustine, like Reverend Augustine, has postulated that hunger, as the population grew in England, that there is not going to be food enough to feed people. That hunger is going to be killing people after some time. But guess what? His theory does not, his postulation or what he said does not happen. Why? Because before the world reached where what he was saying, he was using the common sense or the intuition to predict the future. But before that prediction come to exist, what happened? A world has changed. The source of knowledge has changed. So as the source of knowledge changed, people begin, scientific revolution occur, and then science were able to come up with tractors and mechanized machine, and then the agriculture grew from subsistence to mechanized farming, and so there is enough food for even the growing population at that time. So the famine and the death that was predicted by Reverend Augustine does not actually happen. So all are product of knowledge. Looking for knowledge was what happens. Now, like I said, then we are looking at now the drive and how knowledge comes to place. How do people get knowledge? Mostly by always asking questions, by always pushing. And remember, knowledge is a lifetime pursuit. That is point 2. It's a lifelong, as long as you are alive, you are a student of knowledge. You must be a pursuer of what? Of knowledge. At any point, that is why they say that anytime you stop learning, you are already a dead person. And that is why they say knowledge starts at what? At birth and end at death. Because you always have something to learn, something to stop, to draw from the one you have learned before, something to add, and then like that, something to learn again. So that is the knowledge. So as long as if you want to be in line or in tune with the world, with the modernization and the changes, you must always be what? Be a man or woman that will be ready to be pursuing knowledge.
Okay, I think Pastor Paul may have frozen again. Let us just bear for him to try and get back. Reconnect, that is connectivity issue. So we are honored that he is even able to be with us. Sometimes it's an issue where he is joining us. We all know Pastor Paul is in Nigeria, so we appreciate the sacrifice and the time.
And who tell you that Nigeria don't have good network?
Maybe it's because of what you... I say connectivity, slow connectivity. All right, Pastor Paul.
All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see.
This internet. Okay. So I was talking about understanding that you must always be pushing for knowledge. If you are somebody that really want to follow the changes in the society, in your immediate environment, and you want to be in tune with the current happening in the world, in every areas of the system of the society. When we talk about areas, we're talking about the economy, the politics, the religion, the education, the family, and all those are the core areas that everybody that without that your life are tied to it. You must be part of them because that is the essence of living. For you to be part of them, you must follow to ensure that the knowledge, you are pursuing knowledge. Then also remember that it is diverse. Knowledge is diverse, which means that you must not get, you can never get all of them at a particular time. Except you want to kill yourself. You must prioritize. You must know the ones that fit in to what your goals, your value at a particular time, your vision at a particular time. So follow by that is why you have prioritization. So now today we want to be part of what? The knowledge economy, the technological driven economy as source of livelihood. That is why we have been pushing here. That is why everybody can connect to Zoom, even if it is family or community gathering. We have seen where communities gather together to watch, to connect to Zoom from a compound before, from New Papua Guinea and all over the places, because they want to be part of the world of the contemporary changes in the society. So that is the prioritization. You cannot get all of them. So that is, you also have division of labors, even in knowledge. People have different areas, those that are pushing in technology, those that are pushing in evolution, in astronomy, those that are pushing in agriculture, those that are pushing in philosophy, that are pushing in engineering, those in law, those in so many areas. So, but you must choose one for you to be expert, for you to be result-oriented, understand the priority. Then the next point is what? You must be teachable. It's not everybody that are teachable. They might not know anything, but they are not ready to know. They claim they know, but when they are supposed to bring out anything as a result of what they know, they are not. So you can see that it's not everybody that are teachable, but for you that want to be part of this new factors of production, you must be teachable. Then the next is what? Always be grateful. Now you can see that you are always coming here for the past how many years to be part of, to learn something from here, but you are not grateful. If you are not grateful, the person that is imparting the knowledge will not have the zeal and the passion to continue. And if the person does not have the passion because of your ingratitude, the person will not, you will not get what you are supposed to get. Then the last point here, in terms of knowledge acquisition or drive, is patience. Patience has been one of the variables that everybody have mentioned here. When Dr. P was giving us the introductory address, she talked about the patient. When Sister Yvonne came up, she talked about the patient. Now, when Pastor Shaggy was contributing to the mindset, he talked about patient. Sister Rachel Kandla also has talked about patient. And all of them, you guess what? All of them, I don't want to call them this, but it's like they have their spiritual eyes. They have come to peep at my product, my content, and then they just come and give you expo. Why will all of them be mentioning patient? Why? So it's like all of them, they are good in doing expo when they were in school.
First of all, thank you.
So yes, so that is knowledge. So knowledge, we must take note of all these subtopics, so that we know that yes, if you really want to get knowledge, any knowledge at all that is good for you, that you are pushing for, you must take note of all this. You must take note of all this, so that you will not be discouraged. After all, I remember, you know why? When I was in undergraduate, because this school that I finished now was not my first area of knowledge. My first area was engineering. But because of activities of the society, the NGO, I just stood up one day and said, okay, let me even go to the most related knowledge, and then I picked up this. I wrote jam. I went to school, and guess what? When we started, the way I was serious, some of those children will be asking, what is this one? Even looking for that is so serious, and even though I have my age mates, even like 2 or 3, even in the class, but then because I am serious, they will always say, why did? But at the end of the day, some students in my department, some lecturer assistant that we are doing PhD when I was in undergraduate, 100 level, 200 level. And do you know that now I still finish PhD before them? And those ones, younger ones that were saying, what are you like? They are now struggling with their first degree while I am done with it. So what are we saying? It's a life. Don't underrate yourself. Don't look at time. Just be determined. If you want to gain knowledge, just be determined. And that is all. And before you know, you see yourself on top. Now, the second factor is technology. Technology. This is where we are. We are already, I don't need to talk much on what technology is all about because all of us are here with the age of technology. Now, this word technology is very, very cumbersome and very common on our lips. But if we ask ourselves to give definition of what technology is all about now, 89 or 98% might not give a satisfactory answer to what technology is all about. You see, I have different background to scientific knowledge. I'm coming from the pure scientific field down now to social sciences. So I can give you the good the definition and how does it relate to technology. Now, science is a mode or a means or a process of acquiring knowledge.
Okay. Please bear with us. I think Pastor Paul is trying to reconnect again one more time while we wait for him to reconnect.
There he is.
Okay. Yep.
Why is this is becoming so frequent now? Sister Carla?
Yes. Because you're giving us information that is so good.
Is it that, are you now saying that it's my village people?
Well, if they are trying, it's not working because we are still getting the good information. So thank you.
So now, and like I was saying, now at the time during the medieval eras, the ways and manners of acquiring knowledge is by what? By common sense, by tradition, and by intuition. Then once upon a time in the 18th century, the world looked at it that there are so many things that cannot be established, that cannot be useful with these three means. And then they came up with the scientific method that is the best way to establish anything called knowledge that can be universal. And then what did they do? What are those characteristics of the scientific method of acquiring knowledge? You talk about empiricity, you talk about generalization, you talk about systematization, you talk about observation, and then you talk about theory. So all those things, for anything to be established as a knowledge, it must be observed within some given intervals of time. If I said Sister Carla is more hardworking than Pastor Shaggy, let me not use Sister Evelyn. You know, if I use woman now, while I feel boss. So let me use Pastor Shaggy, because if Pastor Shaggy progress, make him come meet me for Nigeria. Before he come here, the verse don't scatter. He will only come and start dancing with me. But if I use Sister Carla and Sister Yvonne, anything can happen. Canada and America is not far. And the fight can start here, and even Pastor Shaggy cannot separate the fight. So now in using the scientific method, if you say something is like this, if you say this is white, you must what? You must prove. You must follow some processes to confirm that it is white. One, you just have to put it in a place and observe it for some time, and then the observation it has to be from one step to another. Procedures. There are some procedures you must follow, and after that, it has to be what? It has to be something that somebody has proved before that it is so. And then when you are done, all the method that you follow for you to arrive that it is white, another person come and follow the same process and it did not arrive at it that is white, then you are not correct, because the process is the same. It is not guesswork. It is not by common sense. It is not by what you are feeling as intuition. It is not by a traditional belief system that gives you result. No, it is a physical, observable, systematic, empirical, generalized issues, and then you come up with proposition down to theory. That theory can be tested, hypothesis, and then from the hypothesis, it will be tested before it can now be established as a theory. So that theory, if Sister Carla put up a theory, now she must give us everything that I just mentioned. She followed through all of them. And then she said, okay, this is this. I must follow through all and then reach that theory. If it is not, then it is not. Then the knowledge is false. So the technology you are seeing here, it is the scientific method that we use to produce, to go through a lot of things, and then they become established as a knowledge. And that is why you see that the knowledge has increased. And now by virtues of God that Jesus was, he says, in the latter days, knowledge shall increase. And then 2,000 years later, you see where we are now. People are traveling to the moon. People are going to spaces. People are doing that. Plane is flying. In 2,000 years ago, there was nothing like that. Even the normal clothes that we are wearing with ties today, nobody was wearing them. But because of the scientific method that started from 18th century, knowledge has advanced. So what are we saying? That is, I'm talking to you about technology. Technology is the physical artifact, the physical product of science. Anything that you see that you are seeing, technology are products and services that came into existence through the process of scientific knowledge. Science is a method. Technology is a product that came through that method. That is what technology is all about. The phone, look at my phone, is a product, is a science method that produces. And the phone now is the technology, the product of the technological product that came from the result of science. The laptop that I'm using for the meeting is the same thing. They are all technology, the electrons, they are all product of sciences. Now, what are we saying? That is, I've given you the definition. Then overcoming for you to excel in this jet age, in this the fifth revolution or generation. Now, you must overcome inferiority complex, because everybody, those that you are looking at, those that you thought that they know so much, there are so many things that they don't know. But because they know what you think you don't know, you are now using them as a basis to condemn yourself, to look down upon yourself. Please, if you want to excel, you must do away with inferiority complex. If most of our mamas and daddies that have been coming to webinar for the past years now, if they were to look at themselves and override themselves with inferiority complex, they will not be where they are today. And then okay, that is confidence. When you overcome inferiority confidence, your sense of self-worth will increase, and then you become confident. That is why I can connect and show my video. I'm not minding that I am in there, even when I am in my father's house in my community village. I am running a webinar with Dr. Pat in US, not even in Abuja, but in my own house. I'll connect, carry my laptop, connect, and we were talking. That is a result of what? Overcoming inferiority complex, complex, and then and then confidence. Then also in technology, want to be technology driven, want to learn by to enjoy the technology and globalization, because if you are hearing globalization word as a village, it was aided by technology, nothing else. Because it is the technology that made the world a global village. It is the technology that makes me to be talking to somebody in US, in Canada, in North America, in this and that and that and that. But it's technology. So if you want to enjoy it, you must get a suitable gadget for whatever you want to do at a particular time. If it is in agriculture, you must get a mechanized equipment or machines. If it is a web conferencing and all that, webinars, you must get a good internet connection, a good devices, either mobile phone or computers and all that. Now, before I was using light, my face was dark. Now I have to put up external light now before you see my face bright now. So a lot of things. If you don't have the ring light, if you don't have all that, you are not you are not still good to go. So you try and get them, and most of them, they are not that expensive. That will make you a good, listen carefully, listen good, and connect well and get what you need. Then consistency. Consistency is the basis for whatever things that you aim, whatever feat you want to achieve in life. You must be consistent. You come meeting once in a year. How do you, all the good mindset that Sister Yvonne has been dishing out, you are not coming. You are not part of it. Some of us, some basic things that we even need, even in a platform, we are not what? We are not even checking them out. And then tomorrow we'll wake up and we are saying another thing. Please, let's be consistent. Then get what you need. Get what you need per time. Okay, it is not complete. Get what you need per time. So always make sure that whatever you need, because like I said, the knowledge or technology, all of them they operate in so many ways. So you cannot be pursuing so many rats at the same time. So you have to be focused. The next point is talking about focus. Get your priorities very clear. Get your training, the one you need. You cannot get all of them at the same time, one by one. Then the final one, you need patience. If I am not patient now, since my internet has been shutting me out, since I can even decide not to come again. If I'm not patient, I will just go off, and that is all. But if you want to go to anywhere in life, or a lot of us that have been connecting, maybe when the network knock me out, you can be angry, provoke, and walk away. That means that virtue of patience is not.
Pastor Paul,
Patience,
I hope
patience.
your words did not just apply. All right. Can we just assume Pastor Paul is finished for the day? He just said it, and his connectivity just like dropped him off. So let's wait.
I will not finish. I will not finish
Technology
until I
can
finish.
hear.
Okay.
Technology can hear you.
Sister Edith, yeah, so technology is trying to show me shaggy. Okay. So okay, please patient, and then let's go to the next one. Very, very important. And the data or the network. In some places you can get it as data, in some places you can get it as network. They are the same thing. A network. In the new factors of production, network is very, very important. A lot of persons undermine this because of lack of skills that can get them here. And they are always jealous and envious of those that has the capacity to maintain the good and quality Mr. Kala,
Yes, I'm here.
this thing is trying to provoke me.
I know. Well, that's technology, right? You said it yourself. Technology
Yes,
comes.
but we have to remember, don't curse the darkness. Turn on the light. So don't curse the darkness. If you keep
So,
cursing.
so now the network. Without the network, your success you can't get anything out of this production system. Now, we are talking about the data, the relationship, the people you have. Sometimes ago, one woman told me that if you don't have money, but you have people, one elderly woman, she said, if you have people, you have money. And as time goes on, I began to confirm what she said. That this thing that this woman said, look at it. Sometimes something that will be very difficult for others is not difficult for me. And you can even use just maybe indirect words, not plain, not to even talk about much emphasis or begging or pouring out your heart. Just use the kind of indirect word for somebody talking about maybe what you need. And then before you do say it, the person says, the person has done it for you. That is the good, having a good network, having a good people, having a good data. And if you do, you are always on top. You are always on top. So it's not easy, but you always now the people you have around you that are always ready to follow you anywhere you are going to in terms of business. Those are your network. A lot of persons, they parade themselves today as a networker. They call themselves full-time networker, this and that. But you know that they have exhausted their network because they don't have the knowledge. They don't have the wisdom. They don't have the psyche to know what to do at a particular time. So they wasted all their data. Some of them had plenty before, but they lost all and they cannot get new ones. So those are what we call the network. Now, they said some of them, initially they might have those characters, but along the line, as they are becoming prosperous, they tend to negate those characters that draw people to them before, and they began to push them away. They will be going on their own, and before you know, you don't have anybody. And when they want to start looking for again,
Dr. Pastor Paul, could you please unmute yourself? Thank you.
Can you hear me now? Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Dr. Benny, I'm just seeing you now. It's like you are just coming in and you came in and you muted me immediately. What do you mean? Remove that your space. Let me see your face very well, please. All right. So now, we look at now point 2 is talking about human as social beings. Now, a lot of people today, they tend to view their network as robots. So they thought that they can regulate, they can control the people that they have in a selfish and greedy manner. But they forgot that human being is a social being, is a dynamic being, that you cannot control them because everybody desire and value and goals and vision varies, differs. Now, somebody will say, hey, this one is my people. Why? I am the one that brought them to this social place. Before you know them, why will you do anything with them without contacting me? These people are all adults. And then you did not give birth to them. And you also met them at a point because you did not give birth to them before you will say they are your children. Now they met somebody else in one place, and then they have been together for some period of time, 2, 3, 5 years. and they became friends, and they fell in love with each other to do a business together as with trust. Then you, because of one thing or the other, because maybe possibly you have lost your integrity with such persons, you think they will still follow you all over the places. I know you will give yourself hypertension. You will give you I mean, you push yourself into depression. So, like me personally, I don't like doing so many businesses at a particular time. No, I love a focus, and I like consistency. We are talking about. When you talk about business of people, I love it, and I seriously observe it, and that is why there are a lot of persons today that will say, Pastor Paul, even now as I talk to you, there are persons that will their own is to come here and say which one they, which new business they. What? Because those ones they don't have network, but they want to be part of any business. Those kind of person, if you are somebody that have data or network and you have such persons, they have the money, they want to be part of every business. And then you with the network, and anywhere you are, people must be there, people must follow you, and you lose the temptation of such few individuals. You will lose your network. Me as a person, I don't follow plenty business at a particular time. That was why in Passive today, before you know everywhere, everybody all over the places, because when I saw it at that time in 2020, and I look at it, I look at the concept, I look at everything that was said, I stood up, and then on my own, I start moving.
Welcome, Dr. Benny. I see you speaking, but we don't hear you.
No, I'm just smiling because of our Dr. Pastor Paul.
Yes.
So I think maybe when he comes back, he can try just to share the slide and not share his video, so he may be able to support for the rest of the presentation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when you share your video, it also takes a lot of the
bandwidth. Yeah.
The bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pastor Paul is back.
all right.
It's so annoying.
I know, Pastor Paul, we were just like thinking, since the wheat ban is trying to delay and make you go drop in and out, if you can just share the slide and not share your videos, but we can just hear your voice, maybe it can support it to the end.
Okay, let's see if it fail again. I will use that. I will apply that.
Okay.
Okay, so now what I'm saying here is if everybody have their own ways and their own pattern of life. Like me, I don't believe in pushing multiple businesses at a particular time. So I faced one, and to the glory of God, in the last 14 months, I was on one business, and that business, some networkers that has a network that join me, they will go somewhere else, and when they go, that one will collapse. They will still come back to me, and because of my own steady and my own vision or goals, I discovered that they will be surprised at the end of the day. They will now be asking, "How are you doing it? You are making so much money. You are making so much money." Both the immediate and the future one are growing, and there is nothing more. You face one side. As long as it is reliable, as long as it is sustainable, as long as it is consistent, you are there. It doesn't matter how difficult it may be. There is nothing that is not difficult. And those ones that you think they are easy and cheap, they are not. They will not be sustainable. And that is why before you know, they are gone. So today, That is what it means. But again, since I am not the type that follow everywhere, I cannot be saying that somebody that knew my people from one system and you private chat them and they love what the business you show them and they follow you, then I will not come and be angry that, hey, Mr. A, why did you register or carry my people enter your business? What for what? They are all adults. They have even God does not impose his own choice or not. He gave us the permission, to the freedom to make choice, to do what we want. How can you call yourself a networker that somebody, everybody must not, they must not do anything? That is greed and that is envy. So we should always put ourselves, make yourself valuable to the point that they will always come to you. As much as they are with me in where I am, I don't bother. Even if they want to do 20, 100 other things, doesn't concern me. And they will always be happy with me. Tomorrow, if I go to another place, they will still follow me. So what is there? That is what? Understand the dynamism of human being as a person. Don't think that humans or people are animals or they are stone that you must control. You will fail, and you just intentionally provoke yourself and make yourself to be an enemy to so many persons. Then your character matters. In networking, in data, the most important thing is character. If you did not monitor your character, did not regulate your character, if you did not observe your character, did not work on your character, you can't retain the people. There are calibers of persons that you cannot retain. So if you want to retain your network, you must work on your character always. Your interactions, your relationship must be intact. You must build yourself to the capacity of sustaining relationship, whichever ingredient is required for you to, because making relationship might be easy, but sustaining them is what is not easy. That needs an intentional and deliberate sacrifices, which you must do. Some persons might talk to you anyhow, you don't want it, but being human, the person might come back and apologize later. But if you discard the person because of being angry, because he provoked you or because he insulted you one time, the person that insults you tomorrow might fight because of you today, might fight because of you tomorrow. So why? All these are what are personal characters and traits that must be worked on, that must be controlled. Be in charge of yourself. You should be able to overcome all those things that can turn you to a different person. The ability to impact others. Whatever you are doing, let the interest not be only your own. I have done some businesses that failed around last year before I got this one that I am in since October last year. Those two businesses that failed. Personally, I cannot lose money in any business now as I'm talking to you. Because if I enter anywhere, I will have people that will come. But what I do is, if any business that I thought would be okay and is not okay and fail along the line, I prefer to lose. Even if I make 5 million, I will share it for the people. That was what I did. The two businesses that failed last year, I did all the money plus my personal. Even a lot of people say, no, don't dare it. I say, no, you did not ask for it. And then what happened? Before they will not, hey, Pastor Paul, anywhere you go, we will follow you. Anywhere you go, you don't know. Those are the sacrifices. That is ability to impact others. But some other persons, it doesn't concern them. Their own philosophy is a business, don't fail. I mean, make and fail. I mean, get that. I mean, that. Somebody that does not even have money, you don't even know whether to borrow the money to do this with hope that you get something because the business fail. And you make plenty money. You keep the money to yourself. That is not good enough. Then you are only about yourself. And you will know you will lose network. You will lose network. Work with others. That is why sometimes if people like us talk, we don't talk because of our own. We talk because of others. Because there are people that follow you because they feel their life will change. But then when things did not work out, let them on. You have to create an impression that to them that they'll see that yes, you are not happy that it happens. That is the life of impact. If you want to go far with this new economic system, Your heart for people, for others, should be above your own. All right, because they are assets. They are your assets. Their contentment. Always be contented. The Bible says that the life of a man or a life of a woman, a life of anybody does not depend in the abundance of things he or she possesses. So you don't stop unnecessary comparison and competition. Like Sister Yvonne says, everybody have their own time. Somebody is a millionaire today because he did not even observe any of those characteristics, and he's going. You are envying the person. You are living right, you are fitting in, considering the impact of the others and all that. Later, you are trying to envy the person. If you are not contented, tomorrow that person will lose everything, and you are here. You grow. So that is why you do what you are supposed to do, and don't envy anybody. Don't compare yourself. Be contented with whatever and anywhere you are at a particular time. As long as you are doing the right thing, you are fine. Then be knowledge driven, be inquisitive. I've talked about that before in terms of knowledge. When I was talking about knowledge, the person always ready to learn, always ask questions. And even when you are asked, even the one you think that there's no question that is foolish, ask the questions. As you are asking, you are learning, and you are knowing more. You are getting information. You are learning more and more. And if you that person, you are good to go. Now, creativity, which is the last factors of production, and if you relate it to the old factors, you will know that the entrepreneur is all about creativity, because he is the master, he is the mother of all the other three factors. And here we are again with the last factors of production in the new factors. The last factors, still the same. If you look at it, creativity, you just have to have ability to bring something out the way people will like it. Like I was saying, the new business that I am in, people are coming in through all the other person in my team, and they are coming in. And God gave me, if you want to be creative, connect yourself to your creator, to your manufacturer. He will always give you inspiration. And when it comes, oh boy, other person will just be looking and say, hey, how is Pastor Paul doing this? How is it? They don't know. They will just be angry. But that their anger will not have any impact, because they are not doing what you are doing. Now, a time came and I said, a lot of persons will not be able to afford so. But if they can benefit from this thing, has a benefit. And I connected 2 + 2 with the aid of help of God, and then I brought that idea, and I brought it to you. Since that time, all those ones that people brought, they have their own already, but when they look at the advantage and what this one have, I look at how they were just coming, and I'm just getting what I am not even supposed to ideally. So that is the power of creativity. Be always open to creativity. That is where your mental work matters in creativity as the last factors. Now, vision is the key. What is the vision? The best definition of vision so far is the skeletal view of a preferred future. Me as a person, I have always been saying it that I don't want the kind of money that will be driving car alone, or I'll do that. People think I was lying. They thought I did it. So all along, when I was doing different things, even from school to consultancy and to other, I made money that I can do anything I want to. But I went into humanitarian and all that, and the more you are moving, the more your capacity is growing. And sometimes when you are talking, if you are talking based on your vision, people may be laughing at you at present. And confession is one of the vital tools of achieving your vision. Because the Bible says that whatever you say, even apart from the religious perspective, scientifically, there is a connect between your thought system and the earth gravitation. So some things you are saying, that is why sometimes somebody might want to call, for example, I'm thinking, let me carry my phone and call Sister Carla. And as I was carrying my phone, See, my phone is ringing. Sister Carla is calling me. How do you explain that? That is the power of thought. So whatever you are saying, you just have to. Your visions should not be secret, should not be inside. Just like people will say, some people, they are looking for husband. They say, God that knows my will. God will give me the one he likes. Is it God that want to live with the husband? Is it God that is marrying the man? It's you. So say what you want. Say what your God is to perfect the desires of your heart. Your desire, pronounce it out, write it down, and you will get the perfect husband that you will never have issue with. This, you see, so that is vision. And even the Bible says in the book of Habakkuk, it says, write your vision upon the table and make it very plain. To make it plain is, let anybody that pass read it. They'll see it. Make it plain upon the table, that whoever sees it will run with it. It's talking about.
All right, we may have lost Pastor Paul there again. Oh, okay. So maybe when he comes back in, then we can try to do it the other way so we can round up. We are coming up to the top of the hour. So it's like we have.
Maybe he will do it without the slides. Is that what you are advocating? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I will follow Carla's advice now. I will not share again. Somebody is calling my phone, and that is why it's affecting my internet. You know, my phone is a busy one, and it's the phone I connect to laptop. It's not that my internet is very strong. It's that the cause has been interrupting my connection. So let me just go. I will not share it again. Let me explain. Okay, so now, like I was saying, talk about the vision. Now, you make it very plain. Talk about it. Let people know as you are saying it. God is recording, the heaven is recording, and it will come to pass because there is a force that is set to make it come to pass. Then what again? The values. Values. You see, the display of riches, of success, depends on the value system. I might be having the same amount of money or wealth with Sister Yvonne, but my values, by what I cherish, what my value is different from that of Yvonne. Maybe Yvonne is somebody that loves cars, exotic cars, or jewelry, or all that. So she spends a majority of her money in buying cars. Now, me, I am somebody that loves education. So I am pushing the money into building a better structure and standard quality to deliver quality education to children from nursery to secondary, or even up to tertiary institution. Now, people will be looking at the display that, oh, Sister Yvonne has so much money. Pastor Paul does not have money. And you can see, so don't assess people, two persons, based on what you see, because you don't know until you know what they valued, the values that they have, because it's the values of persons that determine what the person push his resources towards. So that is how the world is. That is what it means. But a lot of persons might not. If you are only working to satisfy people, you will fall victim of this, because you want people to know that you have money. This one is big. Look at car. You are changing cars. The one you use in the morning is different. Afternoon is different. Night is different. Tomorrow in 1 week you are using different cars, and you think that is the highest life, because that is what people see. But another person that has money more than you transform dread. People do not know. So make sure you get your values right, and then your value also will determine your future. Then communication in this place, in this new factors of production, communication is key. Because if you cannot communicate yourself properly, you will lose your network. You will lose your data. Like I said, those two businesses that failed last year, and that was the only business I did the last year before I discovered the current one. Now, do you know what? When those business fail, I will communicate well to the people who know. Look at this, look at that, look at that, look at that. And based on the communication, they will always, all of them will always say, Pastor Paul, you are just so different. You are just this, you are just that. You must follow. But other people, you will see them if you are in their group for the same business, you are in their group. You see how people will be abusing, will be cursing the person, will be doing that. What is the difference? Is it not? It's the same business, so that faith that I am telling you so, because I am in that other person group. But because of my own communication, everybody were happy. Now I am now the one that will be cooling those other persons, people down now. They will now be finding solace in me, coming to me, speaking their mind, or be cooling them. Those are the differences. Now the network now, the person has lost plenty network. So please, if you want to remain relevant in this global, this technology-driven economy, work on your communication skill, work on your interactions, and control your emotions, and then work on yourself, self-discipline. All these variables will help you in curtailing the excesses of your character display and a poor communication. And then finally, personal development. And you know, when you talk about personal development, if you develop yourself, equip yourself, always looking for more knowledge in the areas of your interest, where you are, where you want to make your fortune from. Prioritize your learnings, your development in that direction. And when you do that, you always you always be relevant, and you'll be able to feed your network with a proper, quality, timely information. And of course, you know, information is power. If anybody if your networks are getting the quality information, they will always be where you are. They will always want to be where you are. They will always be looking for you. And that is how to meet up, to realize your goals, your purpose, and your destiny, and your vision in life. God bless you. That is the end of today's presentation. If you don't want to clap one for me, I'll clap one for myself. Thank you.
Dr. Paul, that was excellent. I loved it. Oh, my. Go ahead, Queen Carla. I really loved that presentation. It was magnificent.
My intuition is telling me that Sister Carla is controlling my village people. They are working together to make sure that my internet did not allow me to finish my presentation. No wahala.
I don't think she would do that.
How can one not clap for you? How can one not? I mean, you just said everything you made mention there, from the business perspective to the personality, to the system, and to the origin of the topic. Now it makes sense. And it exemplifies exactly who you are. So it feels to me like you just you had a mirror to yourself before you came up with this topic. And by looking at yourself, you said, oh, but that is what the entire dream team exemplifies. Not only the leadership, because many of what you have said goes beyond just being in the position of leadership. We have some leaders who are extrovert, we have some that are introvert, but everyone works in their own lane where they are comfortable. Everyone has those attributes, those characteristics you have mentioned. And in a very interesting way, the way you have put it all together, you've tied it and you've brought it to full circle. The factors of production, from its originality, the traditional way, that is where the story begins, what we know, what we grew up to know, right? And how we have morphed from that traditional system, beliefs, daily life activities now to where we are today. But you did not tell us not to still come along with what we learned from old. No, the message is bring it along with you, grow with what we have, combine the new technology and continue to grow to be a better fit, because that's the only way. You cannot start learning the new when you don't know the old. You cannot master the new when you did not master the old. I mean, I could just see that mirror. It's like, wow, the perspective was just amazing. But guess what, Pastor Paul? This is not something that we can discuss only in this. Can you do us a favor and you break this further down and you come with another episode or another session where we can really deliberate on this, because we are almost at the top of the hour. Our 2 hours is up, so we may not do justice to this topic because there is a lot that you have said. Even if we just have to break it down into the factors of production and dive deeper to the global economic system and the boundless opportunity. Oh my, talked about the boundless opportunity you just mentioned, and you use yourself as an example. We have other boundless opportunities out there. We have where we are now, we started, you mentioned on passive, we are moving on to victory with ash. There are many others. So yes, boundless opportunities. So let me leave it now for some of our leaders to contribute one or two things. And then if there is any question for Pastor Paul, then we can have a question before we close up. We are at the top of the hour, so please let us be straight to the point, and so we can be able to round up. Thank you once more again, Pastor Paul, for that brilliant presentation. All right, it is open to other leaders or anyone who may have anything to contribute. All right.
I just see some kudos in here, and I'm sure, where's Dr. Benny? Sure, she has something to say. We haven't heard Dr. Benny in a while, so even though she doesn't have her hands up, I'd like to hear from her. Dr. Benny. She's not paying me anymore. She's shaking her head. Dr. Benny, you're being called.
Answer your name.
Exactly.
Our lady.
There she goes.
Wow.
Yes,
The
indeed.
only thing is to say, wow. Greetings.
Greetings, Dr. Benny.
Greetings to my queens and kings around the globe. I just want to take this moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone this afternoon, evening, or morning. It all depends upon your location. I just want to congratulate my Dr. Pastor Paul. Thank you so much for your topic. You mentioned technology. That's where I want to go. As everyone knows that technology refers to the tools, methods, and system in which it does process humans, creates, and it solves problems when it comes to technology. You also make us to understand when it comes to this technology, it is an application which is the knowledge to achieve practical goals. It helps humans now to solve problems. It improves our efficiency, communication, and productivity. It also includes what machines, the software, the techniques, as well as a scientific method, as you talk about that. And with the data, we all know data is information, right? It refers to the collections of numbers, words, and observation, right? Which it also gives us useful information. And I love that. My doctor, I appreciate you. I don't want to sit here and be adding a lot of things that you have already mentioned. When it comes to this networking in business, when it comes to business, it is the process that it builds and it maintains professional relationship right? With the networking, when it comes to other businesses, you bring people, you communicate and tell them the importance of that particular company to see if they can join and be with you guys so that one day, hopefully, if the business is useful, and all of us will benefit from it, right? Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And again, happy holidays to each and everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. We appreciate you. Thank you, Queen Sister. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Benny.
Sister Kanda, there's some couple of comments I'd like to read on the chat, if you don't mind, right?
Yes, please.
So yeah, Queen Dr. Benny had left a written. She said, "Your words are." She's speaking to Pastor Paul. Congratulations, Dr. Pastor Paul, on such a powerful presentation. She said, "Your words were uplifting, your energy was contagious, and your insight touched everyone in the room. Thank you for sharing your wisdom so beautifully." And then Queen Edith says, "Thank you very much, Dr. Pastor Paul, for a very unique, truly, and inspiring presentation." And Queen Agnes Ago said, "Thanks so much, Pastor Paul, 360 Degree, for this wonderful presentation, and God bless you." And of course, we all sanction those sentiments, don't we? It was a wonderful, wonderful presentation. Wonderful. Thank you, Pastor Paul. And you know, if I'll just quickly just say, it kind of ties in because I'm saying, even our Heavenly Father, He expects us to progress, not to stay stuck, right? But just know what it's built on. Integrity and values and goals. And this is the things that, whether you were back in the days where it was land and right now to the AI and the technology, we must be people of integrity, right? We must be relevant, and we must develop our capacity to do more, to be more, right? Because we are building a spiritual and a material kingdom, because we are children of God, just like what it says in Jeremiah 29. He has good plans for us on this world. Not everything is spiritual. He expects us to build His kingdom here in this earth. And so to do that, we have to enlarge our capacity, like Jabez asking to enlarge his territory. So it's all about progress, but progress in an ethical way.
Right.
An ethical way. And I think this is mostly what I got from Pastor Paul, because he stressed that. Stop comparing ourselves with others. And this is what I said. Just build your own scene. Run your own race, as the Bible says. Paul says that, right? Stop comparing ourselves, because where there's envy and strife, there's all kinds of wickedness, right? It also says that. So that's going to be my closing remark. Thank you, Queen Kanda.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate you as well.
Thank you.
All right. Dr. P, do you have anything to add to say?
Oh, time. I don't know. I don't want to. Okay, Dr. P. Okay.
Before you give your last word, Pastor Paul, let us hear from our Queen, Dr. Pat.
Of course.
Well, what a great webinar. So even through adversity, we see conquered. You see, I was coming in and out, Pastor Paul was coming in and out, but it became still a webinar. Thank you all, as always. Sorry, I have to be on the road. Multiple everything, right? They say if you have multiple children, you will not neglect any. So we are doing all we can to be everywhere we can be. But I want to say that great educational value, great mindset. Please, thank you guys. We might think we are wasting our time, we are not. If only we can help one person through their mindset to succeed, then we've done our job. Pastor Paul, thank you. I know you're going to give your closing remark. You know, some of us are not teachable at all. Some of us are. Some of us doesn't hear. Some of us are. Some of us need it to be repeated so many times before it sink in. It's okay. Whatever way you learn, we are here to work together. And together, we will conquer. You know, they say divided, you fall, united, we stand. Let's keep holding each other hand. Thank you, Dr. Benny, and all the leaders on the platform for your contribution today. This is a very educational topic. With the global economy going away, can we do? How can we help each other? How can we work together to float with God's mercy and God's grace? Because His mercy, as long as God is in it, His children will not beg. He said that will not be beggars. But we have to work for the work of our hands to be blessed. So let's keep sharing. Sharing is caring, as the children's show we say. Sharing is caring. So when we come and share our knowledge, please, we're caring for each other. Don't feel. Thank you, Pastor Paul. I know it's not easy. It's a big challenge with the internet in where we are. Even to pay for data where you are in Africa, I go home and I'm like, wow, I give my heart to them. I move my chapeau to them. When you see them attending webinar, it's not straightforward. I know we pay for Wi-Fi here in the globe, in the what we call developed world, for lack of a better word. Yes, we pay, but it's stable. But back home, people pay and they don't even get the service that they pay for. So let's not take this for granted. So really appreciate Pastor Paul for hanging in there. And I will hand it back to you, Queen Carla, and Dream Team coordinators. After this very short, I promise I'm on the road. It cannot be that long anyway. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Pat. We appreciate you. We appreciate your contribution. Wow, wow, what a dream team of leaders. What a dream family we have truly here. Thank you, everyone. All right, Pastor Paul, over to you for your closing remarks.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Even though Brother Shaki did not say anything.
Before the closing remark, Pastor Paul. Quickly, I wanted to thank you for your presentation, but apparently you touched on it, but I thought where you would drive, maybe you will get there, is in the environment that we have today. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it would be unthinkable that people will make money with the things they are making money with today. Which means the economic system today, from your topic, right, has opened doors that was impossible to comprehend before. Somebody sent me a YouTube of this a young boy who is speaking, how do I put it? Anyway, we are most of us are Africans and we understand. Is say incantations. Incantations. I don't know how to explain that to Sister Yvonne. It's like you're speaking spiritual languages, right? To like conjure some demonic gods, where and there. Before, that boy would be in a village in Africa, in my village, in squalor. Today, he puts it on YouTube and there's over 3 million people listening. So that means he's getting money from what's his name, Google.
Yes.
So you can see where he lives now, and I'm like, oh my God.
The skill, and the
technology. You can't speak English, so everything you said is in thick my vernacular of Yoruba language. And so I wrote there, all of you are listening. You better go and collect, you better go and give it out to Jesus. I have to chime in because I know what this boy is doing. This is witchcraft. Guess what? He's gonna get some money. So the industry, the information age has opened the door. Anything you know how to do, you can monetize it.
Yes.
So if you're still living in squalor there, because you just don't apply the things that Dr. Paul has listed, it's you. It's not even about college education now. It's not even about going to college now. Whatever you know and you have information and you can share, you can monetize. Now, religious is one aspect, but what he's talking about, the wide scope where people can make, money and make a living has just been expanded beyond any control. Yes. No government can restrict those things. I know a lot of people in Nigeria. If you look at the social media now, our people has mastered monetizing content creation.
Yes.
So this wasn't possible before. You have to have a media house to work with. You have to have a TV station to work with. Now you just need a telephone, not even a computer, your telephone, and then you look at it and go on and go out before soon 100, 200, 300, 1,000, 5,000, and guess what? You get a check from. So again, thank you for the expansion that knowledge has, like the Bible said, has expanded. And the door is open. That's good and bad coming in, but people are still making money, even with what's not good for us to consume. Again,
but what Pastor Shaggy, what about the ones who are not even showing their faces and they're making money? They're doing those faceless videos or whatever they call them, or they're using AI to make an image. And because YouTube is all about the views, isn't it? If you get the threshold
that people shouldn't see, they're putting it there. But guess what? They're making money. That's what I'm saying. The economy has just been wide open. That any rubbish that would have been censored, the newspaper or TV, no, there's no censoring. You put on X, and a million people will look at it.
Yes. And that's the boundless opportunities Pastor Paul is talking about.
But
the thing is, it's not all good, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Exactly.
But financially, it's boundless.
Exactly.
Financially, it's boundless. I'm like, oh my God, this boy is saying all this, and so many people are listening. Not knowing what they're listening to. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Paul, for sharing, for putting this together. I put in a WhatsApp that only a professor could bring up such topic and then treat it like this. So we're not surprised.
Absolutely.
Paul 360.
Absolutely. That is great. I think
I just want to ask a question before
and Pastor Shaggy, he speaks in BB grammar too.
Now Grammar.
If you don't mind for me to say one more thing, please.
Okay, Mama Edith.
Sister Mama Edith wants to ask a question.
Benny, just a minute.
I thought I heard Pastor Paul saying she can't do more than one business. Now, I want to understand what I've understood as I participate in these webinars, that having one business or one income does not really help in many families or instances, or it does not really cover most of our living standards. What is your take on that? Because I've heard it here in our web.
Let me respond to it. If you listen carefully, where I talk about that is the place of network, and then the network is with people. There are businesses, I do so many businesses. I earn money from different places, but carrying people to plenty places at the same time, that is what I don't do. If I build with people, in anyone I am building, I build to some extent, establish there, and I will make sure that the place is fine. That does not mean that I might not be somewhere alone, only me. Might still be in different places, only me, but not with my networks. One, for consistency, for stability, and so, like, if you listen very well, I talk about some persons in a day, they will send you a link of different businesses, up to 3, 4, 5. I have a woman in Kaduna who calls herself full-time networker. In 1 month, this person send you businesses like 20 or 30, and she's pushing people to all of them. And then before you know, 10, 20, 30 has disappeared. So that is the area I am talking about. There are some people here that knows that we are even together in a place in 2, 3 different businesses. But even though that I am there, I am not driving people into all of them at the same time. So I drive one place for concentration. So definitely, I campaign for multiple stream of income. One source of income cannot sustain anybody now. And if you depend on one, what happens if that one failed? So that was not exactly what I was saying. What I was saying, I am talking about managing your network and all your data. That is where I am putting more emphasis here. Then, are you okay, Sister Edith?
I'm fine, okay? Thank you. I'm all right, thank you. I understand.
So, okay. So now, I thank God that my pastor has talked. You know, I know he must talk, and I want him to talk. So now, like, because of time, you see that some of the key words, boundless opportunities, is where pastor was putting up. And like, you know, most of my topics are series, need to be series, because you cannot jump to boundless opportunities in a new economic system without the background to all the factors. Now that I have made substantial progress in those preliminaries. Now, the subsequent editions of series, I will now be diving into more of the sub-titles. And then down to, by the time we go to boundless opportunities, we cannot even use one day to finish up the boundless opportunities, because that will be talking about, will be taking them with respect to different institutions or facts. Or when you talk about religions, what is the opportunities with respect to technology? When you talk about education, when you talk about family, when you talk about politics, when you talk about media, talk about, so all those things we are going to be going as far as Mr. Kanla will be giving me time as we progress into 2026. Thank you.
Pastor Paul has answered.
Pastor Paul, 360 degree, the educationalist, the lecturers, Pastor
Shaggy has traveled.
As Pastor Shaggy will call
any other person again, like
can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. So before Queen Benny comes in, Mama, what I'm hearing from Pastor Paul is that you can still do multiple stream of income. You need it. You need multiple portfolio. You need it. But and you have to do due diligence to enter any portfolio. That is, you have to do, right? And sometimes we just trust somebody that we know that they know these things and follow. Yeah, that one too, I understand.
I bet Dr. P, better pack your 10 hours, just the drive and they come Africa, because my own network is better than your own today. So nobody is hearing you, please.
I told you I'll be going through the hills, Pastor Paul, please. Let me wrap up, let me land. So multiple portfolio. That's why some of us are doing like a 9-to-5 job. We're trying to still look for these other opportunities, because we realize that multiple portfolio will get you there faster. But what I hear Pastor Paul is saying that sometimes if you want to carry your network into multiple portfolio, it might be difficult to manage. Let me say you have a network of thousands of people. You take them to all places. And some of them might be good in one portfolio. Some of them are not in the other one, right? Now you're trying to manage the ones that are weak in this kind of business. It just can be overwhelming. So, Mama, see, he's not saying that multiple portfolio is wrong. It's just that you to carry a network into multiple portfolio. Sometimes you that carry that leadership and position, unfortunately, when you bring a portfolio to somebody, automatically you became that head. To do that in multiple might be difficult. So I think that's what I'm hearing. Pastor Paul, don't worry, I'm going to be in Africa and I'll have a better network. Over to you. I think Queen Benny wanted to say something.
That's your network. There's no difference. My own is even far better now. So I will command your. Yes. Your mountain is not different from the mountain in Nigeria. So you'll be driving and be coming here.
Pastor Paul, I will get my car and drive. Okay, there's nothing impossible these days. I don't have to fly. I just drive and stop into every country, so I'll be there soon. Anyway, how about you, Queen Benny? I know you wanted to say something first. You cannot take it over.
So I wanted to say I appreciate what Dr. Pastor Paul is saying, despite the challenges that he is facing, he is really determined, right? He is pushful. He's determined to do anything. Now, he keeps going back and forth, but he said, no, he must complete, despite the problem with the network. So I am so proud of you, my brother. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Benny. Okay, I think if any more comments in the chat, anything else, addition?
No, Queen Carla, the chat is cleared up. Yeah.
Okay, all right then. I think we can close for the day, and I would like to call on our Queen Dr. Benny to do us the honors of closing, giving us our goodbye, close our family on YouTube, and then we can say goodbye and we jump in for the leaders to our leaders meeting planning for next week. Over to you, Queen Dr. Benny.
Yes, please. Before we do the closing, you know that our King, Dr. Pastor Paul, supposed to give us something, right? Our closing remarks. Could you please proceed, sir?
I thought I've done that.
I thought he did.
He did that already. Yeah, that's why.
I've done that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
So,
okay.
that's okay. I want to take this special moment to thank each and everyone. I want to thank you guys for coming. You guys decided to come because you wanted to listen to our Dr. Pastor Paul. He always say it's 360. So, but I noticed that his 360 is very important because there was a time that people were utilizing your 360. And I am proud of you when it comes to that.
I've withdrew my license from there because they are not using it anymore.
So it is time for us, YouTubers. We just want to thank you all for listening and coming, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And Queen Kanla, I believe you are in charge closing the YouTube. Could you please do that for us? Thank you.
Okay, I think Dr. Derek will do that in the background from his end. All right, Dr. D, we are good to close the YouTube. Just a moment, still waiting. YouTube is still running.
You can go ahead and close the Zoom. We close the YouTube will close.
Okay, you're saying that when we leave, the YouTube will close.
Just close the Zoom.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice rest of your day.
Thank you. Recording stopped, so we can proceed now. And everyone ready to say thank you, and each and everyone to say, hey, we are here. Let's go home and rejoice. Thank you all for coming.
Amen.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
We needed to see that.
Bye, everyone. Dream team coordinators, very fast, please.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Bye-bye.
We appreciate you.
Queen Nancy, Queen Dr. Nadu, Queen Nadine. Love you guys.
Janet, Richardson,
Dr. Jenny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Queen Nadine, thank you for coming.
Queen Agnes, King Richardson, we love you.
Thank you, my smiley queen.
Thank you.
Bye,
Queen Gabrielle,
everyone.
Queen Miriam, Queen Nancy,
Bye.
Queen Judy,
Thank you.
Queen Janet, Queen Nadine, King Sybil. I just want to say hello to everyone, right? Queen Priscilla, I love you all. See you guys next week.
We love you too. See you next week.
Yes,
Bye.
We love you too. See you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Kala.
Bye-bye.